It's truly Mike Orr and Cedric Benn in the den, and we are doing our Knuckle Up Knockout of the Week today. And yes, you guys may have figured, our man Terence Bud Crawford coming through, big knockout over David Avanesyan. Holy crow, didn't see it coming. Massive shot, put him down, put him out. Cedric, wow. Let's break this down for the people and let them know what really went on the fight, man.
Well, for the whole fight, Terence Crawford was just touching him up with just more pop punches to keep him away, and but hard enough that Avanesyan didn't just fully commit coming forward, because anytime that he would come in, as I was just explaining a little bit, when you're fighting someone that you know has more skill than you, that is longer than you, unfortunately you might have to take a few punches as you're walking into the fire. Avanesyan was already prepared for that because he had his hands up like this the whole time. But Terence Crawford he didn't waste any energy. It was just constantly consistent, keeping straight punches, like to keep him away. And that way, anytime Avanesyan would try to come in, he would eat 4 or 5. Well, coming to rounds 4 or 5, Terence Crawford, it wasn't Avanesyan was getting to Crawford. It was Crawford that let him get closer to him and staying in the pocket, because on the punch that he knocked him out with, specifically just to show you the high skill level of Terence Crawford, they both threw the same punch at the same time. It was a hook, but Crawford kept his tighter and landed cleanly right on the chin.
Oh yeah.
Avanesyan's was a little bit wider and obviously did not connect, and it was just the lights out perfect one shot KO power. So Crawford obviously shows that he stopped Sean Porter, who no one's ever stopped in his career. And he just knocked out Avanesyan like out cold with one punch. So he just shows that he has the knockout power.
And late. This wasn't an early round knockout, man. This was six round stoppage. This is just going to show you that he's got the power whenever he needs it. It's there. He can call on it at any point in time. And if he hits you with that right shot, man, you're going down. It was a brilliant setup. Very, very great setup, man, to the way it was all executed. I think it was pretty much textbook the way it worked. And it just goes to show you, man, that Terence Crawford is serious business in this ring, man. He was out of the ring for a little while before that fight. I believe, it was November 20th against Sean Porter back 2021. That was it's a long time to be out of the ring, man. Over about 13 months. And he looked good. He looked good in there, man, doing what he did best. And that's beating people up, man. And definitely, this was a great knockout, very textbook, very Terence Crawford, man. It goes to show you that as he's getting older, he still can hold it down, man. Even though this kid's getting older, Crawford, he is up there in age now. I believe he's 35 years old, but he's now proved to 39-0 with 30 KOs, man. That was his 30th knockout of his career. What a way to put it together, man. He's ranked number 1 in the world in that welter division, number 1 in the States, man. This guy, I can't wait to see him get in the ring again. Let's hope we get the fight that we want this time. The fight that we want, right? Which everybody knows. We all want it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen probably, I'd say, middle of next year. We should see the Crawford-Spence fight get underway. That's what we all want. That's what we all want to see. We all hope that it happens. But, this weekend that just passed, this was a huge knockout, man. Avanesyan, he's no joke either. He's no slouch in that ring, man. He's definitely...
Yeah, he beat Josh Kelly. Like I said, a lot of people don't know Avanesyan, but that's a very big win to have on your resume. Josh Kelly, a former Olympian, very good boxer. I don't know what the odds were for that fight, but I'm pretty sure Avanesyan was the underdog, because I don't think too many people were picking him to win against Josh Kelly. And the strategy that I said against, when you're fighting someone that has better skills than you, in that case, Josh Kelly had better skills than Avanesyan, you have to walk yourself into the fire, which means you might get burnt, you might get touched up a little bit. When he fought Josh Kelly, he implied that style, and it worked for him. He ended up stopping Josh Kelly later on in the fight. I think it was the 7th or 8th round. He ended up stopping him. So he tried to apply that same style against Terence Crawford. But there's, as they say, there's levels to this, and Terence Crawford showed him that that strategy might have worked against that caliber of boxer, but
it ain't gonna work on him. It's not gonna work on him. You know, you can tell that reach, he knows how to use it very well. You know, he fights long, and he's able to, you know, with pinpoint accuracy, land those shots around the blocks. You know, even though Avanesyan was coming in all blocked up and, you know, tight and compact, you know, you could see Crawford able to get around those blocks and, you know, connect where he needed to connect to open him up to land more shots. It was great when he was going downstairs to the body. You know, it was just a textbook knockout. Great win. Shout out to Terence Crawford, man. He is our Knuckle Up Knockout of the Week winner. You know, it was a big weekend of fights, man. That card, honestly, I was very impressed. I'm not gonna lie, I was impressed with the card. You know, a lot of big knockouts on it, man. Shout out to our man Steven Nelson with his KO over James Ballard in the first round. That was a huge one. On the same card, Jeremiah Milton. You know, shout out to you and your win, man. Your unanimous decision win over Callaway. You know, there was some. Oh, shout out to Chris Cyborg on this card. Her debut against Gabrielle Holloway. You know, shout out to
another MMA person coming to make that boxing money. Eh?
That's right, coming to make that boxing money. You know what it is. So yeah, we saw Chris Cyborg get in there. You know, she's got a lot to learn still. But it was nice to see her make that transition, come over here and see what she can do in the women's game of boxing. But yeah, it was a great weekend of fights, guys. Make sure you join us Sunday for the Knockout of the Week. And, you know, we'll see you, I guess, Wednesday, man. Same time, same channel. We're going to be profiling some great prospects, so make sure you come and join us then. And we'll see you next time, man. It's your man Mike and Cedric saying, knuckle up.